I'm Colonel Pixley.
And I'm Alderin Grand.
And with us today is Savolent Grimm. Say hello.
Hello.
And you're listening to the June 11th, 2944 recording of Comm Chatter, the show about people's lives and the news that concerns us. Today, we'll be having a conversation with Savolent and his life as a pirate.
Yes.
We'll be talking about the recent release of the Arena Commander public demo and the 2944 Freelancer line. And in addition to a couple of small discussion topics. So, all those will be coming at you after the jump. Alright, Savolent, tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, you guys wouldn't happen to know anything about that mercenary that met me on my way over here, would you?
Yeah. What mercenary?
I mean, he's sitting in the back of my cutlass dead right now, but, you know, some guys just like, you have a bounty on your head, I'm here to claim it. And I was just like, I'm off to do a podcast thing. And yeah. Anyway, my name's Savolent Grimm. You can call me Savolent. I like to lurk and live in the shadows, taking what I want when I want. Part of a pretty big, elite organization of pirates called the Shadow Legion. Yeah. People like you two, you build your wealth, you build your money, and then we take it. You sow the seeds and we reap it. You can say that.
Joke's on you! We're broke!
More or less.
Well, I can tell just by looking around me. Nah, I guess it's not you. I mean, that's a nice Aurora over there. Just saying. But nah, just people. We reap what you sow, so you sow it, we'll reap it. Just come on out to the dark edges of the darkness, and we'll, relieve you of your objects. A little bit about me. I'm a racer, pirate racer. I race in the pirate syndicates. Not very good at it. And besides that, I don't really know. I mean, you guys brought me here for some reason.
Well, you asked, and it was an open invitation for people to come on the show. I mean, we've got a pretty nice setup going on here with a couple of pick and shield members having their guns trained on you, and some of your folks having guns trained on us, so I think this is a very pleasant conversation we're going to have here today.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can never be too safe when dealing with the opposite side, I mean...
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
You're
Let's just...
not pirates.
Yeah, we'll just keep it pleasant, we'll go our separate ways, and kill each other another day.
Although, I'm not entirely comfortable with the people pointing guns at me. I mean, the couple people have guns pointed at my head, but that dude right there has a gun pointed at my crotch, and not too happy about it.
Hey! What did I tell you about that? You do not do that. Ever. I will demote you next time you have a gun pointed there. That is not cool. Alright, the issue has been resolved.
I'm looking at him right now. You keep that gun up. I don't care if it's
well, he better, or else okay. I'll shoot him.
Anyways, enough of that.
Pilots.
Enough.
Right.
So, what are you guys talking about again today? I don't even remember. Where's that agenda at? There.
Yeah, you should have it right in front of you. Alrighty. So, first topic. Well, actually, first before we get into our news topics, we are aware there's been quite a bit of news since our last show, since it has been a while, and we are going to work on that. But recent news has been quite big, and that kind of trumps the other stuff. So we're going to talk about that, and maybe talk about some other stuff at a later date, but we kind of want to get this while it's hot, because it is so hot right now. So...
hot.
Sorry?
I mean, what? Huh? I'm sorry, what?
Okay.
So it's a little hot in here. It's a little heated.
Well, I can't really do anything about that. I mean, you don't own this room, and I don't own this room. So, it's neutral territory, just for those of you at home. You know, keep things relative. I can't do anything about that. I'm hot too.
I'm sorry. I'm used to a much more luxurious lifestyle. It's just, you know.
Well, I'm used to my cold hanger floor. Anyway, Arena Commander, something that's fun and we all can enjoy.
Arena Commander, where I can kill you without actually killing you.
Yes, and I can kill you without actually killing you. It's fun for the whole family. So, Arena Commander is the upcoming combat simulator by a company called Original Systems, which is known for its prior releases of the Ultimate series of games, which
fun games.
Oh, yeah, I haven't played them, but I've heard nothing but good things about them.
Oh yeah, they're extremely immersive. So much fun.
Yeah.
Good way to kill time.
Yeah, I only played them at a friend's house when I was younger, but never owned it.
Yeah.
I'd recommend picking it up. Anyway.
But yeah, we're here to talk about the upcoming Arena Commander, which is being led by Tristan Blair, a newcomer to the development scene and from my home planet of Terra, which that's pretty cool. Things from Terra can be pretty cool. Can, not necessarily are, and we're gonna get to that topic in a little bit. But yeah, so basically everyone in the combat pilot industry, so us three here and our associates around us, I would assume.
Nah, that guy likes to stay on ships. Doesn't like to fly them.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Continue.
Okay, a majority of the fellows standing around us.
It's okay, Rob. Just point your gun at him. Come on. Don't continue.
Anyway, so it's looking to be the best simulation software ever developed for combat, and it will be available to the general user, that being us, and those of you at home. And the public demo was recently released, and all of us have gotten the opportunity to play it. So, shall I start, or does anyone else want to start with thoughts on...
You can go.
Alright.
Go for it.
Alrighty. Well, it's pretty freaking awesome.
A lot of fun.
It's so great. I've streamed it a couple of times already, and I have videos up, and I'll talk about how those of you at home can see that at the end of the show. But, I mean, I have a couple of gripes, but those are things that can easily be fixed. And I'm really looking forward to when the multiplayer goes online. And of course, like, the full release of Arena Commander, because right now it's just the demo that's out. But other than, like, minor gripes, I've heard nothing bad about it. Like, everyone I've talked to has been really excited about it.
Oh yeah, I was really impressed.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be this good. I mean, it is a little buggy, but I'm having a hell of a time with it.
Yeah, it seems to have a little bit of issues with 1-to-1 ratio of ship input versus video game input, of course. Yeah. But other than that, it blew me away. It definitely felt almost as good as piloting in real life, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And I think we can all attest to that, except for
a lot safer, too.
Robert. Yeah, certainly a lot safer, and multiple lives and all that, instead of just, you know, the one life we get in real life.
That's risky.
So risky. But
yeah, at least we don't have Van Duel trying to ram us constantly. That's the only...
Yeah, other humans are certainly better about about not hitting each other.
Hey, if I want to take you down, and I'm in a bigger ship than you, why wouldn't I ram you? Come on, if I was in a Scythe, I'd ram you. Let's be real.
Are Scythes bigger than the 300 series or the Hornet series?
I think so. And they do have They do have the ramming arm.
They have that crazy claw thing. I don't like looking at it when it's coming at me, but it's a crazy claw thing. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
All right.
I actually had a scythe for a while.
People other than you are probably more concerned about their personal safety and would not necessarily try to ram people every chance they get.
That's a good way to, take them down.
Fine. I just find it a little annoying is all.
And yes.
That is true to how Vandal fight. And if there's one word I can use to describe Vandal besides terrifying, because they certainly are that, it's annoying.
Cuddly. They're cuddly.
No, they aren't.
When they're dead, they're cuddly.
No, then they're just horrifyingly dead.
They're a little bit spiky.
They're a little what?
They're a little bit spiky.
A little? Okay. I think that might be a bit of an understatement there.
I guess.
Anyway. Point is, I can't wait to get into some multiplayer matches. Cause
oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how much other people blow me up.
I'll blow you up.
Now. You haven't been shot down since you joined Pick and Shield.
Has he fought?
Our operations schedule is classified and will not be certainly not be revealed in the show.
So what you're saying is you haven't really done anything to put yourself in harm's way, right?
I've gone plenty of times, but it's not telling you when.
I don't even care. Like you guys said earlier, you're poor.
I never said we were poor, I said we were broke. There's a big difference between those two words.
Is there really, though? Is there really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait for multiplayer either, because... back on topic, my guild is planning on using the Arena Commander for training ops, because it's less risky than doing an actual full-scale pirate training ops out in the middle of space, because, in real space, someone can just come up on us and be like, oh shit, a group of pirates. Let's call the UEE. And we don't want none of that. We don't want none of that at all. So within the game, we can use it to practice illicit activities like maneuvers and how to take down people's ships quickly and efficiently without harming the cargo, and etc., etc. So it's good for practice without actual risk.
Yes.
That's what we plan on using it for.
And Pick and Shield will definitely be using in the same manner.
So you'll be seeing how to take down ships without hurting the cargo?
Well, I was just
there may be
referring to
situations.
practice. Although, I mean, retrieving illicitly gained cargo is among the things we do. So,
stay away from my cutlass.
Well, then you better stay away from us.
Stay away from my cutlass. That's all I know.
Hey, we can't shoot you down if we don't find you. That's how that'll work.
Stay away from my cutlass. Anyway, well, I'm so confused now. What were we talking about?
We're talking about Arena Commander and how awesome it'll be to train our organizations without incurring much cost.
You know what? I'm hoping that after they do the Arena Commander for dogfighting, that they add other types of simulations. Like, I would love a simulated racing circuit. That would be a good way to practice, because I don't know if you've ever been in a 350R, but those things are crazy.
I've heard.
They're dangerous.
I mean, sometimes I feel a little nervous in just my 325A, so...
Yeah, and the 350R will blow your 325A out of the water.
Well, definitely.
Speed-wise, yes.
Well, yeah, well, I don't know. If it's me versus you, both ways.
Oh, okay. This just got real.
I'm kidding. Oh god, don't hurt me. I mean, what?
Actually, he's gonna have someone on his mind when he gets in the ship.
We can be friends.
Yes, let's continue to be friends here and not kill each other yet.
Yeah, there's too many guns in the room, actually.
Yeah, and we have a show, and we all have our lives.
Well, for now.
We all have our lives. So we will part peacefully at the conclusion of this. Anyway, Savolent, I believe you had something regarding a particular piece of technology that was related to Arena Commander.
Yeah. A guildmate of mine turned me on to a program. It's called Voice Attack. They're actually offering a 21 free day trial. It's pretty interesting. It just installs your ship OS. What it does is it's a small fee to get the permanent, but you can just try out the free trial called Voice Attack. But what it does is it translates voice commands into manual inputs. Like, for example, shield management. We all know how much of a hassle it is when you're flying your ship to actually go in there and focus on managing your shields while focusing on the battle at the same time. It's a bit of a hassle. With Voice Attack, you can literally just say full power shields, and boom, full power shields or full power engines. It works on your ship and is completely compatible with Arena Commander because it actually works through your physical inputs. So it doesn't actually bother the computer. Just thinks you're hitting the button. You know what I mean? But you can configure it to do anything. I've had a lot of fun with it. It really gives you the upper edge, especially when multiplayer comes out in Arena Commander or when fighting another pilot in real life. It gives you the upper edge to really obliterate your enemy, because while they're focusing on three things at once, trying to keep track of their shields while trying to shoot at you and evade you, you're just focusing on taking them out, because everything else, you just have to say it. So I'd recommend looking into that. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. I've not really done anything with the ship configuration yet, like the shields, weapons, thruster.
And that's what separates the men from the boys.
Still do good.
Alrighty. Thank you, Savolent.
No problem.
Alrighty, moving on to our other big topic, the 2944 Freelancer line.
Oh yeah. They are some beautiful ships.
Which we actually covered some of that in our last show with the leaked images. And basically those variants have been confirmed.
Yeah.
Basically obviously the designs are a tad different from what we saw. I mean, that was just concept work.
Yeah, concept work.
Yeah, they're very similar, just refinements of those concepts.
Yeah.
That Max looks very useful for something we'll be talking about a little bit later in the show. But I am really excited about the Max's potential to haul illicit material. It has a huge cargo hold. We can pump it full of stuff that we may or may not have gotten illegally, or people, and then transport it. I'm actually really interested in the Max variant, personally.
Yeah, seems like the Max is going to be pretty popular among people who are transporting things. Like, we might eventually get one for Pick and Shield just to haul around our the spoils of our mining operations.
I mean, if you can't get in contact with a Banu who will sell you a merchantman, I think the Max is the next best thing.
Yeah. Well, or if you can nowhere near afford a merchantman.
I mean, a whole lot of that price is just in the sheer size and the rareness of it.
Exactly. Well, the rareness in UE space, that is.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you go to Banu space, you'll see them flying all over the place. Doesn't mean you can buy them, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure we need a merchantman ourselves anyway.
Trust me when I say this, when a merchantman flies by, that's the first thing we go towards. As a pirate, of course. If I see a caterpillar, a merchantman, a Max, and some jackass other ship, the first one we're going straight for the merchantman. I mean, the caterpillar, that's probably a fellow pirate. We're not going to rob a fellow pirate. We got honor. The Max, that'd be a next best choice. But if we can hit that merchantman, that's how we know we're about to make payday. So, you're literally a flying death trap. If you fly through anywhere, yeah.
For the record, to any merchantman pilots, Pick and Shield services are available at the lowest possible cost.
And my services are available for free. I will fly at your side and promise to protect you.
Yeah, I don't think they want your services.
No. Shh, don't say that. It'll be fine.
Right. But yeah, so do we want to go over the technical details of each of the variants, or do we just want to like give an overview? Because there are, of course,
They're pretty in depth. I mean, the miss is almost completely changed to be.
yes,
Yeah,
and the
let's
miss may be the biggest piece of news regarding this, because the miss is a limited run.
Well, apparently there was issues with the way that the missiles work. I mean, from what I understand, there have been some issues with manufacturing, and that's why it was a limited run. So I don't know if that's a safe ship to get. You know what I mean?
I was just under the impression that the UE decided it didn't want it.
Well, there's probably that, and you're carrying a big bomb bay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you lose most of your cargo bay to be a bomb bay. And if I wanted a bomb bay, I'd just stick with my Retaliator.
Yeah, that is true. Like, the Retaliator does... I mean, although... I think you can pick up a miss for far less than you'd pick up a Retaliator.
Oh, well, for sure, but...
Yeah.
Let's be real. At the end of the day, which one's a better bargain? I think I'll go with the Tally.
Yeah. I mean, the
Got me through some
Retaliator
tough
is
times.
certainly a more attractive ship.
I remember when I took that Retaliator. Beautiful ship. Even more beautiful in my hangar.
Of course. Anyway, so... yeah, the Miss, Durin, Max. So be on the lookout for those.
I will.
Misk has those at its dealerships now. So if you're in the market for a new Freelancer model, now's the time. Especially for the Miss.
Be sure to fly it out in empty space for a while. I mean, I'm looking to get one too. So...
the staff of Comm Chatter does not condone, nor does it share that opinion.
Oh, come on. No, come on.
Alrighty, so...
Before moving on, what do you say we just give a really brief overview of what each one is?
You've still got the standard Freelancer model. That has moderate cargo, pretty good firepower.
Yeah, I got one of those. They're pretty good. They have a decent firepower.
Moderate other stats. Its shields are pretty decent too. The Max has not very much firepower at all. Basically puts everything in cargo and thrust. The Dur,
sacrifice cargo for exploration abilities.
yeah, so it has more thrust and more shields.
Better scanners too.
And
yes,
much more
indeed.
fuel.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, and then the Miss sacrifices cargo for combat capacity, so a lot of missiles on it. I'm serious, there are a ton of missiles on that thing.
It's
Yeah, and the
misses
entire
for
cargo
missiles.
bay, or almost all of it, is just a missile feed system now.
yeah. I think you lose more cargo on the Mist than you do the Dur.
Well, yeah, definitely. So,
But,
yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find the exact number of missiles that come default when you buy a Miss. Let's see.
I mean, I got the brochure right. Where is it?
Yeah, I'm
Thought I
looking
had
at
it
the
in my
brochure
pocket.
right now. Yeah, I'm holding my copy under the table.
Oh.
Comes with 20 additional size 2 missiles in the hold. So can be upgraded with 2 more 10 missile racks. Oh wow. So that's 20 plus...
Hey, Pixley.
Yeah, what's up?
Pointing at my crotch again. He's pointing the gun at my crotch again. Look at him. He's right there. Oh, no. Now you moved the gun. I see how it is. He turned...
No, he didn't move the gun. No.
He was pointing that at my crotch. You calling me a liar?
I'd say that's more like towards your stomach, but center of mass. Come on, you know the rules.
If he's
I
gonna
don't want you
shoot
getting
me,
slack.
if he's gonna
Okay.
shoot me, he might as well
Wait,
shoot me in the face.
He will only shoot you if someone shoots me. Or Alderin. But more importantly, me.
Thanks a lot.
Well,
I'm
what if
I'm
they
your
shoot
boss! Alrighty, now,
me? Guessed it.
let me do some math here real quick. Oh. Let's see. 6, 12, 16. So 36 missiles by default. 16 of which are actually out and ready to go. So, yeah, the miss, like I said, stands for missiles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, it's got a Gorgon Invincible 10 on it as its shield. So, yeah.
I'm gonna
That
put
is-
one of those in another ship.
I'd hate
Yeah.
to be them if someone gets through that shield. That'll be an
Yeah,
explosion.
that would be quite an explosion. Yeah, be sure to bring your sunglasses. Alrighty. Any other thoughts on the 2944 MISC Freelancer line?
I just plan on getting all of them eventually.
Alrighty.
Just have to fly through space first. Just gotta...
Yeah, well, you heard it here first, folks. Not about the Freelancer, what he said. Anyway, alright, so, moving on to our discussion topics. So, our first one is something I've known about for a while, you know, given with the people with whom I deal.
I've
on a
also
somewhat
known about this
regular
tactic
basis.
for a while.
Yes, like I said, the
Used
people
it
I
once
deal
or
with
twice.
on a frequent basis, and that is the dump and jump tactic,
Very useful.
which recently got some media exposure in the Terra Gazette, which I don't read them. I just sometimes come across articles and then get mad about things. That's kind of how I roll. Anyway, but for those of you who may not know, you know, the sort of people who fly deep within UE space, may not be aware, dump and jump is a tactic used to shake off law enforcement or people who
Or chasing
fight
you.
on the same side of them, like Pick and Shield, for instance. This would be used against us probably, and I'd be really mad about it. Is where someone holding human, or I guess Xian, Banu,
Slavers
Terran-
holding slaves, you know, just cut right there.
Yes, slavers holding slaves, using those slaves as hostages to escape a combat situation
And then
by
dumping the cargo
threatening.
hold.
Yeah, by threatening to vent the cargo hold.
You just vent it, dump the cargo hold. The police are like, oh no, I can't catch them because there's human bodies spiraling out of control without oxygen. And then your slaves die. That's a small
That's not
loss.
how that works. It's, oh no, we can't fire because there are people in there.
Whatever.
And if we fire, the people die. That's what they're actually concerned about.
Let's be real here. Once you're a slave, you might as well be dead.
That is a terrible way of looking at things.
I think the slaves I've owned would disagree, but okay.
That is a terrible way of going about things.
Look, profitable, fun, and quite frankly, pretty damn easy way to earn money.
Terrible, horrible, a violation of the rights of sentient beings, and just, you know,
Hey, let's just say,
terrible.
Hey,
just say-
hey, let's get back to the news article before you two, destroy each other.
let's just
We
say,
don't want that
haven't
happening
even
here. We want
raised
that
our
happening in
voices.
space.
yeah,
haven't
we haven't
raised
even
our
raised our
voices yet.
voices yet. I mean, we haven't even raised our voices.
You are not helping my point.
So anyway, the dump and jump tactic, very useful. I've used it myself. Good way to get rid of the cops. Although I do gotta say, when you're flying a caterpillar, it's not as profitable to dump a chunk of your caterpillar. It's just not. Done it, not very profitable. Then again, losing your entire cargo of slaves is not profitable either. So Maybe next time I'll put some of the slaves into that cargo hold, but move the rest to another one. Anyway, what? Dumping John. Would you like to buy some slaves?
No,
I don't actually have any right now, but
of course you don't.
that bounty hunter's definitely dead in the back of my cutlass.
Which, for the record, had nothing to do with us, because if we had intended to kill you, we would have done it ourselves.
Yes, and he's definitely dead.
Okay, now I think you're lying to me.
Why would I lie? Can we continue? Don't we have some? Don't you have
Alrighty.
something to rant about?
Yes, I did have one of those, and it wasn't supposed to be this. What we're actually going to talk about on today's Colonel Pixley rant is people who insist, due to the political rise of Terra, that we should, at least on Terra, start going off of Terran Time. So
Might as
instead
well
of
go
the
off Spider Time. Let's be real here.
Spider's a space station.
Hey!
It doesn't have
Yes, it does.
rotation.
Shh. Continue.
Well, then stop interrupting me.
Hey. Guns.
None of which have been fired yet,
Yes.
thankfully.
Anyway, what?
So
Terran Time.
Terran Time. So instead of Earth's 24-hour, 365.242 day cycle, yes, I do know that number off the top of my head,
Silly.
that we should go off Terran, the Terran system. Which, really, people, really? First off, humanity started on Terra. I could understand if it were a Teverin saying this, or a Shion, or Banu, although, I mean, they have their own things on their own, you know, within their own sections of space. But humans evolved on Earth. You're there for a very long time.
Thousands of years.
What?
Thousands of years.
Yes, thousands of years. Like, tens of thousands of years, in fact. Point is, we're kind of wired for the 24-hour cycle. We're, I mean, not necessarily wired for, you know, Earth seasons, going in the yearly cycle and all that, but for consistency's sake, at least, because if Terra starts going off of its own system, what's to stop ArcCorp from doing that? I mean, ArcCorp's a terrible example because it's a corporation. That was just the first other planet I could think of off the top of my head. Anyway, that every other planet would start going off their own system and then be like a total nightmare trying to figure out what time it is. And for people like us, who go to many places a lot, knowing what time it is important. Because that's how you schedule landings, and hangar reservations, and sleeping arrangements, and repairs, and all sorts of things. Knowing what time it is one of the most basic things we need. And the fact that people want to undermine that just really frustrates me. And I'm Terran. I'm Terran, okay? So it's not like I'm some old fogey from Earth saying like, oh, you new kids with your newfangled time system. No, I'm saying this as a person who was born and raised in New Austin. Okay? Yes, sometimes it can be 0600 and it'll be the middle of the night here. That's just how it works. Okay? And it really peeves me when people say that when they're on, like, at a news interview. Say what you want about Parker Terrell. I know I will at some point, because I have things to say about him. But if you're gonna go on his program, don't start spouting your stupid Terran Time crap. That's not the place for it. talk about what you were there to talk about. Rant over.
Terran Time.
What Pixley said.
I've never been to Earth or Terra, so I don't give a crap. I don't get a lot of time in UE space, as you can imagine.
Yeah, but I would assume on Spider...
Yeah, I went to Low once, you know, in the Coral system. I think it's Coral 3, I'm not sure. I went to Low once, and I remember they were having a big ordeal about something or other to do with time, and I was like, this is stupid bullshit. Killed a guy. A couple guys, actually. Anyway, yeah, they were like, you know, if Terran gets to go on their own time, we should get to go on our own time. I'm like, you're stupid. So, I mean, I have heard about this issue before. I've just never really given a crap. It would be pretty confusing if I'm like, I need you to meet me here at 0700 Earth time, and they're like, oh, 0700 Terran time, and it's like 6 hours apart or however much it is. That would be ridiculous.
Well, the fact of the matter is, it's consistent. Like, you know, even in Spider,
Yeah.
you know, what you would say the opposite of Earth. Let's just say
It's a spaceship.
it's still 0223 there at this particular moment, as it is on Earth. Well, SET. So really just in, you know, the British Isles and places along that longitude. The thing is, SET exists for a reason. It's a standard. That's what the S stands for. It's a standard. So it's 0223 right now.
Yeesh.
And it'll probably be 0224 in just a moment here. Point is, we can all... That's common. It's for all of us to all work together and
Like if
makes
one of
things
my
simple.
guildmates sends me a message that a merchant is supposed to be flying through my area at 0546, and I'm thinking that it's 0446, I have an hour, but I don't have an hour. I have like a minute. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I get to kill the
So-
merchant and take his stuff.
Yeah, so SET exists for a reason, and even pirates use it. So, Terran centrists, and I don't swear that much, but I think Terran centrists need to hear these words, so I'm going to say them right now. Shut the fuck up.
Violent words from a violent man.
Now, just because I fashioned myself as a defender of people doesn't mean I'm not a violent man. I mean,
So-
case in point, all the guns.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit off-putting. So I'm looking at this piece of paper you gave me, and it says System Trivia on hold. The hell does that mean? Is that a thing?
Alderin, care to explain the status of System Trivia, since that was your thing?
Yeah, sure. Earlier on, we were thinking about doing a little sort of a trivia segment. We would do like this little story sort of thing. It would go on in a certain system. We would just give some details on it, and the listeners had to guess what system it was in, and they could potentially win something.
Oh, sounds like fun.
At the time, we
Yeah,
didn't
but-
really have a set prize. We were thinking maybe just a free escort from point A to point B, but that doesn't seem like much, really.
Well, the real reason we're not doing it anymore is because no one responded the first time, so we'd figured we'd build up our listener base before trying it again.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Which, due to some recent exposure, we may be able to get that.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Going
Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you.
thinking I might actually get my hands on a basic Aurora package and see about using that as a prize. I won't do that every time, but
That's
maybe to
awfully
kick things
expensive
off.
for a prize. Just
You're just gonna give someone a free Aurora? I'll take a free Aurora. I'll fly off that one right
that's-
over there.
that is a crazy prize for someone guessing what system we're describing.
I was thinking you'd just give them
Yeah.
5,000 UEC.
I think there are
but I mean-
legal hoops we'd have to jump through to offer an entire
Well,
spaceship.
it's just an idea. It's
Okay,
it's
well-
better to give someone something than be like, hey, we'll do this for you in the future.
Yes, we could find something to give them, but we're not going to give them a spaceship.
You could probably just give them 5,000.
As your commanding officer, I'm shooting that idea down now
You heard it here,
Live.
It
listeners.
was just an example.
on Spectrum.
Okay, it was an example.
I think
Or we can get
5,000
them
you
a-
include.
We can get them a
Yeah.
poster or something.
Yeah,
Maybe for something else, but not for just something like this.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Anyway,
sure, I'm
that's...
sure people
You get the
would like
point.
if you gave them a spaceship. I'd like it if you gave me a spaceship, and I've got a lot of them.
We're not giving you a spaceship.
But there's a pretty Aurora right there. I could just fly off in it, have my guys with guns, take my cutlass home. Forget about.
No, we're not giving you an Aurora today.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure you could find like 6 on your way back to wherever you hang out.
classified information. But yes, I already have it.
Yes.
In.
So, I guess we can go ahead and close this one out.
Well, I had a lot of fun here. It was nice meeting you guys. Maybe I'll see you again. Maybe in the verse. Maybe
Yes.
I'll take your ships. Probably won't. Hey, maybe I'll see you escorting some people, and instead of attacking you, I can feint an attack and then be like, "Oh no, pick and shield! I must run away," and give you some credit. Yeah. And then in
Honestly,
return,
don't know how I...
in return, sometimes you bring a really wealthy merchantman through, and I go through and attack you, and then you faint and you run away when you're not actually destroyed yet, and then I steal other stuff. We can work this out.
That sounds like a terrible exchange.
No. See, you get credit while at the same time I get to steal stuff. It works out quite well if you
No,
really
we
think
actually
about
do our jobs.
Yeah, we don't really get paid as it is.
Actually, you know what? We're still on the air. We can discuss this after. We can discuss this after the fact.
I don't know. I feel like I just want to go home after this.
I kind of want to
Yeah,
go
it's
home
Like
too.
immediately after we stop
It's-
recording.
I have a feeling that the bounty hunter's dead.
Okay, that guy is so not dead.
No,
and if
he's
it weren't for
dead.
all the guns, I would try to rescue him. But obviously,
Obviously,
that is not going to happen right now.
Don't point the gun. Okay. Anyway,
He's not. I was just watching him.
maybe
Alrighty.
I just want to see you shoot him.
I'm not actually going to shoot him. He's one of the few people we have.
Defense. Well, you guys are no fun. Well, no, I mean, I can't say it was a bad time.
Nor can we. We're glad that you came on.
Me too.
Alrighty. So let's wrap this show up.
Yes, I'm ready to go home.
We'd like to thank everyone who made this possible. The ship manufacturers, all the wingmen out there, and Senate Van Ryn for inspiring us. If you would like to make a guest appearance on the show, like Savolent here just did, you can send us an email at pickandshield@gmail.com, and we can work that out. I mean, obviously we just had one on, so if you're a pirate, don't be afraid to come on the show. It will involve lots of guns pointing at each other, but we can still have a civil podcast. And if you're not a pirate, even better, then we don't have to involve all the guns.
Hey,
It's
don't you think it's a little bit unfair?
that's just how it has to work, given the natures of our professions.
But don't you think that's just a little bit unfair? You should have the
Right.
guns on everybody.
But I don't perceive everybody as a threat.
So I'm a threat. Okay, just whatever. Let's get this over with.
Alrighty. Anyway, and if you have anything else you'd like to comment about the show, feedback, topics you'd like to bring up, again, shoot us an email at pickandshield@gmail.com. If you'd like to watch me fight Vandal on Arena Commander's public demo, and later on do multiplayer matches, you can watch me on my streaming channel, the link will be in the description, or you can catch the videos on demand on my personal channel, which again you'll find in the description. So this is Colonel Pixley.
And Alderin Grand.
Oh, and I'm Savolent Grimm.
and we're signing off.